Wendy here with Jazzydoodledesigns. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about organizing pencils. I had a request for this. If you have ever finished a project and you have 20 pencils laying around and you're just really dreading having to put them back in the binder and figure out where they go and look at your chart, and it's just tedious, right? Or maybe you have them all in a bin right now and you're just really not liking that, just having to search for your pencils every time. This is a system that I have developed that I really enjoy. I just got this brand new set of Pablos, super excited. It's a nice Christmas gift, and we're gonna go through the process together as I get these going. So first I'm gonna show you, this is my big binder that has all of my Prismacolors and my Polychromos, and they're all in the same binder. And what you'll see is that each pencil is first off laid out in color family order. So it starts with white, it goes through the yellows, the reds, the pinks, purples, blues, greens, and then into the browns and grays. And I find that this system really is the one that works best for me in terms of how I like to color. I like to see all of my choices in one spot, and the ones that are closest in color next to each other. And so then the next thing that I do is I swatch them all out in color family order. So let me jump ahead here and show you this. This is just my binder of swatches. Apologize for the glare. So each color I put, I number 1 through however many colors there are. In this case, with the Prismacolor, there's 120. And so each one has a 1. I don't know if I can get you any closer. That's as close as it gets. Each one has a 1 or 2, 3, whatever number it is, and then the actual pencil number, and then the name of the color. So for example, this one right here is number 66. It's swatched out, it's got 1040, and it's called Electric Blue. And what's nice about that is if I am watching a follow along tutorial and they call for this number, or maybe I look at my swatch chart and I see that this is the number that I want, I go, okay, number 66. I go right back into my binder. Get you in the camera here. They're all labeled. Up here at the top, I chose not to label every single one. I went with the number that's at the end of the group of 3. So this pencil at the end of the group is number 67. So I'm looking for 66, so I know it's going to be this middle one, and I just pop it out, and it's Electric Blue. It's number 66, 1040. I'm ready to color. Then when I go to put it back, I just look at my number again. I look at this number again. Sorry, I'm having focus problems. It says 66, so I go to my binder and I know it goes right here in the middle. And this works whether I'm missing all of these pencils or if they're in there. I just literally go 67, 66, 65, and boop, they're done. Everything's put away, everything's organized, and the next time I go to use them, I can find them again. So this is a system that works for me. So what I've done, I've already swatched out all of the Pablos and got my color order. I want to talk a minute about my swatch chart. So we kind of went over what it contains, but I wanted to give credit to ATailoredImage on Etsy because she did all the work of putting it in the color order. I purchased her pre-filled out swatch chart where she had them in swatch order. She's very reasonable for a couple of dollars. She's done all the work so that I didn't have to swatch these and figure out the order. I am totally okay with the order she put them in. I just simply like the format of my swatch charts because then they have my numbering system on them and they're all laid out the same way. I also like that they're all on one page, but I just wanted to give that shout out to her for the Pablos. So I've already gotten the color order that I want. They're already numbered, and I've actually already numbered all the pencils but one in the box. So if you look how beautiful that looks. They all have a number. They're all super easy to find. So what I use to do this is one of these two things. So these are just Avery labels. This is 1/2 by 3/4 inch labels. And these are the ones that I use most often. They're rectangular shaped, and I find that these work well. The other day I couldn't get any, and all they had was the circular ones. So these are 3/4 diameter, and they look like this. So when I did the Pablos, that's all they had. So I haven't labeled this first pencil just so I can show you the process of how I do it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I just use a Sharpie, but you can use any pen really. And I'm just going to put a 1 right there in the center of the circle. And then I'm going to pull out my pencil and I twist it until I see the name and their number. And then I pull the sticker off. Make sure I'm still on camera. And I just try and line it up to where the number is across from the name. So as you can see, if you don't use tape, your label doesn't stick because this is kind of a glossy surface. So I just take a piece of any old type of Scotch tape and I just run it over my label. What I really like about this system is if I decide in a couple of months that I've been using this for quite a while, so I actually really like it. But if I were to decide that I didn't like this system, it is really easy to take this off. In fact, you can just slit it right here on the side or peel it up. A lot of times you can catch the edge. You just peel it off and you haven't harmed your pencil in any way. It doesn't take off the paint or anything like that. So now that I have all my pencils in number order, I've already swatched them out. The next thing is to put them in a binder. So I'm going to be using this particular one by Arteza. I really like binders that have three, where you put 3 pencils in each slot. I just find it easier than having individual ones. Personal preference, of course. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put them all in. Here's a good example. My number 2 pencil had just kind of put aside. Had I not noticed, it would be very easy for me to just go ahead and put that right where it goes. Okay, so the final thing that I do is I go in, let me get you guys in closer again. As close as I can at least. And I simply, up at the top, I write 3, you see that? 6, 9. Gets adventuresome as you get a little higher because we're not used to counting by 3s. So and I just simply go through and do this for all the pencils. And what I found is that I tend to, with my Prismacolors, which I use more than any of my pencils, I tend to know in general where to find them without even really looking at the number. So that helps me learn my pencils better. And I don't know, this has really been a lifesaver for me to stay organized. Sorry, I was out of camera there. And to be able to find my pencils and just have a system that works for me, whether I'm working on my own or whether I'm following a tutorial, whether they, you know, I personally like to work with, I know the names better than the numbers, but my chart has both. So if I'm doing a color along and all they flash up is the numbers, and I can get an idea of, okay, they're working with green and they say 200, I can go in and go, oh, it's number 70, and then immediately, that fast, I've found my pencil. And so I hope this was helpful to you. I'm going to go ahead and finish out numbering these, and then we'll follow up. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you. My closing thoughts, a couple of things that I've noticed, things I like and don't like. Like I said, I love that with this system, I can find the colors by sight. If I'm looking for a color that I'm working on, I can find them by number if someone is doing a color along with numbers, or I can find them by names. I like that it's super easy to find them in the binder and go ahead and put them back. Things I don't like. So here's a pencil. I don't know, hopefully you can see this, but right here, see how the tape has just started to kind of peel back a little bit. It's not a huge deal. I just like fold it back over. I haven't had to retape any of these, but occasionally your tape will kind of peel back here at the corner a little bit. For the convenience of the system, I don't think it's a big enough con, but yeah, I love it. So hope this was helpful. We'll see you on the next one. Please hit the like and subscribe if you found this helpful. I'm a new channel and would really appreciate the support. Thanks so much.